What role does race play in community engagement? It's really everything.
Racism affects the youth that we serve in every aspect of their lives.
Race is really important. Unfortunately, there's been so much discrimination in the state of Wisconsin, whether it be through housing, redlining within the state, which has led to some of the most segregated cities in the United States.
Some of the challenges that I've had with volunteers or with the university when I have worked with this university or other universities is the lack of relationship, the lack of personability, and often the lack of cultural understandings and acceptance.
Unfortunately, with the limited diversity, racial diversity that the state of Wisconsin has, there aren't a tremendous amount of opportunities for people to engage across race. And so people often do that engagement with difference around racial and ethnic difference for the first time at UW-Madison as young adults. And that's why it's always so messy, and it's why our campus climate has always been a bit of a sore point for many students, is that people are really just learning to talk about race.
For most students who have never had to code switch in some way, recognizing racism and community engagement is very difficult because they've never had to put themselves in the shoes of another person, let alone group of people.
It's a difficult conversation to have because racism is just one domino in a whole line of dominoes, right? It's the thing that pushes it, I believe, in a lot of ways, especially when it comes to like economics and why people who are our clients are in the situations that they're in.
The inability to look at someone and to see them for who they are past what you see on the outside, and not limiting their expertise or their skill set because of what you see, whether it's their skin or their gender or, you know, just the way they talk. And that is some of the challenges that I faced, not just at this university, but other organizations, is that racial bias or that implicit bias that definitely hinders the community work and relationship you're trying to build, because there's a barrier before you even get started.
And so I think really understanding yourself and your identity and figuring out what that means in the greater scheme of things is super important to being able to like responsibly and respectfully work with a community.